Hey, welcome to episode 15 of Poetry in the Prius. This poem is a poem of mine. I wrote it inspired by many comments on Facebook about people who've crossed our southern border of the United States. It's entitled Fences. 1. When I was in high school, I played American-style football. I never looked past the face mask of my opponent. That way they were just a number with a cage on their face. And I could hit him as hard as I could without worrying that I was hurting someone. In fact, my junior year of high school, I played a whole game against someone I knew, but did not know they were there until after the game. We took off our helmets to shake hands. 2. My senior year history/civics teacher, Mr. Frank Glucci, who we, his students, lovingly called Papa Glucci. Mr. Glucci was a first generation or second generation Italian American. He was a great teacher, an honorable person, a good father, grandfather, but I can remember the shame he felt when he talked about being called a WAP, a derogatory term for Italians. WAP started out meaning without papers. Many migrants that went through Ellis Island had no papers, no ID, no birth certificate, no passport, but the term became derogatory and degrading, a way to make someone less than a person. 3. There have been many terms, and still are and will be terms, and all of us know them, used to degrade someone so we don't have to feel guilty about treating them inhumanely, in an unhuman way. I wrote it, but I can't say it. So we only have to see them as a number, maybe a number on their arm, in a cage, and not our fellow human being. Today, there is a term that many of my quote-unquote God-fearing friends who say they are God's children use the term degrade people who have crossed the border to seek a better life. They call them illegals. They seem to say that once they have crossed the border, they have been made a crime. Therefore, they do not deserve to be treated better than cattle going to a slaughterhouse. 5. It is only in recent relative history of the U.S. that crossing the border was something more than a traffic ticket. 6. Laws change. How we treat our fellow human beings, basic decency and kindness does not. 7. Remember what Jesus said. Love your enemies. Love thy neighbor as yourself. And as I have loved you, love one another. Thank you. We'll see you at the next episode. Remember to please subscribe.